The mechanism of free radical polymerization involves three steps: chain initiation, chain propagation, and then chain termination step. So, first, let us discuss what are the various chain initiators used in free radical polymerization. The first one we are discussing is ditertiary butyl peroxide. Ditertiary butyl peroxide undergoes homolytic cleavage, and this oxygen oxygen bond breaks, so generating two free radicals, which we can write as rather this free radical also undergoes another homolytic cleavage, generating a methyl free radical, and the next step is formation of methyl free radical plus a molecule of acetone. The acetone has been formed by the combination of the another electron that was left behind, or we can show it like this, and formation of a pi bond between carbon and oxygen. Another chain initiator that is used in free radical polymerization is benzoyl peroxide. ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ oxygen oxygen bond ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜਾ it will undergo a homolytic cleavage. The sigma bond will break and we get a new peroxide C6H5 C double bond O dot. So 2 moles of this free radical are formed, and you know this free radical can further decompose to generate a molecule of carbon dioxide. So what we are left behind with, we have a phenyl free radical plus carbon dioxide, as you know, is a linear structure. The third important chain initiator that is used is AIBN. AIBN is called isobutyronitride. Separated as shown, one electron from this side and another electron from this side gives us a nitrogen molecule, that is N2, plus a free radical is generated, which we can write as and there is a free radical. 2 moles of the free radical are generated as such. Let us clearly specify this is a nitrogen atom. Now all these free radicals we will be generally representing as R dot, whereas R dot can be a methyl free radical, or it can be a phenyl free radical, or it may be this nitrile derivative from ABN, this free radical. So this free radical acts as a chain initiator. Now let us write the mechanism of polymerization of ethane. Alkyl free radical attacks ethene molecule, and there is a homolytic cleavage of the pi bond. Alkyl group combines with carbon and the CH2, so this another free radical is generated. The A method, this is a chain propagation step rather. So a large number of molecules may combine with one another. Now let us write the another step. Supposing that n moles of ethylene combine to give a long chain, so we will get R CH2 CH2 ethylene ਦੇ n moles add हो गए, and then one CH2 CH2 group is still there. This is a free radical generated. So these were the chain propagation steps. The last step is the chain termination step. In chain termination step, there are two methods in which chain can be terminated. Let us write those steps. The two free radical chains may combine with one another to form a still longer chain. ਹੁਣ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਾਰਬਨਸ ਨੇ, ਇਹ ਦੋਨੇ ਕਾਰਬਨਸ ਕੰਬਾਈਨ ਕਰ ਜਾਣਗੇ forming a sigma bond. So that will be the chain termination step. So let us write what happens when the two chains combine. A long polymeric chain is obtained. But there is another method of chain termination. This is known as disproportionation reaction. So let us write how disproportionation occurs. Again, writing the two chains. In disproportionation, one chain is oxidized and the other chain is reduced. That is why the name disproportionation reaction. We can write the another chain like this. So we can show how hydrogen gets abstracted from here. Now what happens in this case is carbon hydrogen bond will break, it undergoes homolytic cleavage, and there is a formation of here carbon carbon double bond. And ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ hydrogen ਇੱਥੋਂ ਨਿਕਲਿਆ ਹੈ, this hydrogen will rather combine with this CH2 group. So this will be going to the CH2. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤਾਂ ਚੇਨ ਤੇ ਹਾਈਡਰੋਜਨ ਐਡ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, we say it has been reduced, ਤੇ ਜਿਹਨੇ ਹਾਈਡਰੋਜਨ ਲੂਜ਼ ਕੀਤਾ, we say it has been oxidized. So what is the structure obtained? So this is methyl, the final terminal CH2 radical is converted into methyl CH3 plus there will be a carbon carbon double bond, that is terminal carbon carbon double bond in the another chain. Now to control the molecular weight in free radical polymerization, certain agents are used. These are known as chain transfer agents. One of the popular chain transfer agents is CCl4, or that is called carbon tetrachloride. Carbon chlorine bond can easily break, so we can write how CCl4 acts. Let us take one chain having a free radical at the end. It reacts with CCl4 CCl4 undergoes homolytic cleavage, and this chlorine will combine to the free radical chain, plus a new free radical is generated, that is trichloromethyl free radical. ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ radical ਬਣਿਆ ਹੈ, it can initiate the reaction in another chain. Let us see how it happens. This trichloromethyl free radical will react with another molecule of ethane, giving a new free radical. Now this new free radical that has been generated may combine with a number of molecules of ethane, giving us a chain having a number of carbons, let us say 5, and this is the chain propagation that occurs. But finally what happens is CCl3 initiated the chain, but still there is a CCl4 molecule. It can combine with this growing chain and stop the chain propagation, and this acts as a chain termination step also. CH2 CH2 Cl. So what has happened is this new free radical generated is CCl3. It will initiate the free radical polymerization in the another ethene molecule. ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਚੇਨ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਸਫਰ ਏਜੰਟਸ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਇੱਕ ਚੇਨ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪੋਲੀਮਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸਟਾਪ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ, and then initiate the polymerization of new chain, formation of a new polymeric chain, stop it, start new. So this is how the molecular weight of the polymer is controlled using chain. In case of cationic polymerization, we take a vinyl derivative, and it is important that this group G should be the someone which can stabilize the carbocation formed. So G can be a methyl group, for example polymerization of propylene, or even polymerization of isobutene can be done using this method. So let us write what are the various monomers which can be polymerized using cationic polymerization. One, as discussed, is propane, and the polymer you get from this is polypropylene, and you know polypropylene is used as a membrane in reverse osmosis cleaning of water. And the another substance monomer that can be used is this is isobutane. On polymerization it will give us polyisobutylene. Polyisobutylene is used as a polymer in the cold drink bottles, and of course the molecule like styrene can also be polymerized using this method, because phenyl group can stabilize the carbocation. Now what are the various reagents used as to initiate the reaction in cationic polymerization? Normally Lewis acid catalyst like AlCl3 or boron trifluoride, SnCl4, even sulfuric acid can be used as initiators of the polymerization reaction. What we are going to do is let us write the reaction. How BF3 is a Lewis acid catalyst. It is short of 2 electrons. It does not have a complete octet, so it reacts with a molecule of water. Water will donate its electrons to BF3, so we will get BF3, and now we have, okay, let us write it another way. We have got boron trifluoride, and water has donated electrons, so hence oxygen acquires positive charge and boron acquires the negative charge. Eventually it results in release of a proton, which gives us Bf3 OH negative plus H positive. This proton will initiate the polymerization of isobutylene. Let us write the reaction. Proton will add to this carbon double bond carbon in Markovnikov way, so that we get a stable carbocation. Now look at this CH3 and we have got a positive charge at this position. Now this tertiary butyl cation can act in chain propagation step. We can write this carbocation like this. It will accept electrons from another carbocation chain, giving a new tertiary butyl carbocation. So we have this, and this pi bond can be shifted to give a new molecule. And a tertiary carbocation. Now what happens after n such steps? When n isobutylene molecules react, then what we get, we write here n steps. So there will be n isobutylene molecules. Let us write structure की बनेगा. CH2 C CH3 CH3 A है ਜਿਹੜੇ. So we are assuming n parts have been added, and there is, in addition to this nth part, there is one another, this isobutylene group. So we will also add it, CH2 CH3 CH3 and a positive charge. So this is how the chain propagation occurs. Now in chain termination, what can happen is a base can attack. Base is, for example, in this case Bf3 OH negative, or hydroxyl ions or even water ions can act as a base and abstract a proton from the methyl group. We can show it like this, that there is a, here it is CH2, and this proton can be abstracted by the base. The added electron pair it will make a carbon-carbon double bond. So what do we get as a result? So this is the mechanism of synthesis of polyisobutylene, which is used in making high pressure bottles for storing cold drinks, etc. So this is the final structure obtained. So that is all about cationic polymerization. Next we are going to discuss is anionic polymerization. Anionic polymerization is used for polymerization of those vinyl derivatives, in which the group G is here as shown is a electron withdrawing group, क्योंकि ਜਿਹੜਾ electron withdrawing group ਹੋਏਗਾ ਇਹ ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵ ਚਾਰਜ ਨੂੰ ਸਟੈਬਲਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰੇਗਾ. ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੈਟਾਇਨਿਕ ਪੋਲੀਮਰਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ 'ਚ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ, ਉੱਥੇ ਇਲੈਕਟ੍ਰੋਨ ਰਿਲੀਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ. ਫੋਰ ਐਗਜ਼ਾਮਪਲ ਐਲਕਾਈਲ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਉੱਥੇ ਇਲੈਕਟ੍ਰੋਨ ਰਿਲੀਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਹੈ, ਬਟ ਇਨ ਐਨਾਇਨਿਕ ਪੋਲੀਮਰਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਦਾ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਸ਼ੁੱਡ ਬੀ ਇਲੈਕਟ੍ਰੋਨ ਵਿਡਰਾਇੰਗ ਗਰੁੱਪ. ਤਾਂ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਮੋਨੋਮਰਸ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੋਲੀਮਰਾਈਜ਼ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ? ਲੈਟ ਅਸ ਰਾਈਟ ਐਗਜ਼ਾਮਪਲਸ. ਫੋਰ ਐਗਜ਼ਾਮਪਲ, ਵੀ ਮੇ ਬੀ ਯੂਜ਼ਿੰਗ This is acrylonitrile and this can be polymerized to polyacrylonitrile. Again styrene can be used क्योंकि negative charge है जेड़ा, it can be stabilized by the phenyl group, so this can also be polymerized using this method. And also the acrylic esters, for example the esters of acrylic acid can be used using anionic polymerization. Now what are the reagents used for anionic polymerization to initiate the reaction? And of course many organometallic compounds are used. For example, Grignard reagent, organolithium compound, these generate a nucleophile. The more popular alkyl lithium is butyl lithium. For example, we can use CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2Li, where the carbon group is, it acts as a nucleophile and it can attack the vinyl group, creating another anion. Or also in this lithium amide, potassium amide have also been used as the chain initiators. So these are some reagents which can start the anionic polymerization reaction. Now let us take the case of potassium amide. ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ potassium amide ਨੂੰ use ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, potassium amide will generate potassium ion plus amide ion, and this NH2 negative or amide ion can attack the ethene molecule or some derivative. Let us take the case of acrylonitrile as an example. So NH2 negative attacks at one of the carbons and negative charge is on the carbon which is attached to cyano group, because it will stabilize the negative charge by delocalization. So we get a structure NH2 CH2 CHCN. A nucleophile has been generated. This can be stabilized by resonance with the nitrile group and the negative charge shifts on nitrogen because this is a C triple bond N. So due to this conjugation, negative charge is delocalized. Now this nucleophile can attack n number of acrylonitrile groups, giving us a polymeric chain. So we can write n moles of CH2 double bond CHCN, and what do we get as a result? We get a polymer with a negative charge at the end. So these are n molecules that have been added, and this was already there. CH2CH, last carbon will have a negative charge. Now the chain propagation can occur, chain termination can occur in a way that from the solvent molecule, for example, if there is water present or ethanol present, there will be a transfer of the proton molecule to this nucleophile. So we can show a solvent molecule here. For example, if water is present as a solvent molecule, this nucleophile will attack proton and hydroxyl ion will be eliminated, and finally the polymeric substance is obtained. So this is an example of how you can synthesize polyacrylonitrile using anionic polymerization technique.